Hey, good morning. Thanks for joining us for the News 12 FastCast. I'm Nick Proto. People in the heart of the CSRA, some of them feel like they've been waiting a long time for the city to do something with the old jail site. It's been more than 5 years since any talks started over what to do with that land. Since then, it's stayed empty. Despite ideas for a juvenile justice center, the old jail site is still an empty space with no set plans for the future. Neighbors are looking for some sort of investment now, whether it be an athletic complex, a grocery store. One man tells us he thinks there's a lot to work with.
There's so much potential here, but you got to have the vision to put it there. You got to have the vision to put it there. You know, you got an empty slate right here.
An out-of-town firm recommends a soccer field or a farmer's market for the site. City leaders will decide what comes next. Two 16-year-old boys led law enforcement on a chase spanning 2 states over the weekend. The chase started in Edgefield County when deputies tried to pull them over for speeding. They told Richmond County about the car when it drove towards Augusta on I-20, and once it reached Washington Road, Richmond County took over. The chase went back and forth between Georgia and South Carolina before ending at the Bobby Jones Expressway and Wheeler Road. Officials say there were no injuries at any point. The driver is charged with DUI, under 21 years of age, felony fleeing, and more. A toddler has died after a pedestrian crash. Richmond County investigators say charges are pending, and the coroner says the victim is 2-year-old Aura Moody. Deputies responded to an accident on Peters Road Friday night. They say Moody was on the sidewalk playing with her family when a woman drove up onto the sidewalk and hit her. An autopsy has been scheduled. At least one person is hurt from a weekend house fire. This is from Ridgeland Drive in North Augusta. The Graniteville Fire Department says when they got to the street, they found smoke coming from behind the home. The assistant fire chief says a woman was inside. She went to Doctors Hospital for inhaling the smoke and treatment for minor burns. What caused the flames is still under investigation. A man is wanted in connection to a deadly shooting. Richmond County deputies need you to keep an eye out for 35-year-old Donnell Mitchell. They do consider him armed and dangerous. And this is related to Akai Pauley, the 28-year-old killed last Wednesday. Deputies say he was shot at least once while in a car on Dabney Circle. If you see Mitchell, call the sheriff's office. An Augusta man is in the hospital. Richmond County deputies say they found him stabbed multiple times yesterday morning. They say it happened on the 1400 block of Broad Street near Kendrick Paint Body Shop. They have a woman in custody. No word on her name yet and what she could be facing in terms of charges. In 2 days, Augusta leaders will start the process of reopening city cemeteries. The gates have been closed for months because of all the hurricane debris. The initial reopening process starts this week, and here's how you can prepare. Cedar Grove, Magnolia, and Westview cemeteries will be open from 8 to 11 and then 1 to 3 Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. To make sure you're safe on the grounds, you'll have to sign a waiver when you get there. Then the city says staff will walk you to a family plot to make sure restricted areas stay off limits. The city says expanded hours will start next Monday. The cemeteries will be open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8 to 3. They expect appointments only on Saturday and Sunday from 8 to noon. And if you need to make an appointment with the cemetery, call one of the numbers on your screen. The city plans to have them reopened by tournament week. And people who still need Hurricane Helene assistance in Aiken County, there is a resource out there for you. Disaster Case Management is a partnership between the community and a disaster case manager. They created a mobile intake unit for you to check into whether you've applied for federal assistance or not. It's set up at the Hayden Baptist Church on Gregg Avenue. That'll be open 4 days this week. Today, Wednesday, and Thursday from 10 to 5 and tomorrow from 10 to 7. And don't forget, there's another disaster resource still in Augusta. The Small Business Administration and a couple more organizations are set up in the downtown library tomorrow for you. You can learn about the SBA's disaster loans, check the status of your application with them, or review what the Salvation Army can offer you. They'll be available from 9 to 4. A heads up from Columbia County water utility personnel. Part of the Uchee Creek Greenway will be closed today. That's expected to last until Friday as they work on the Forceman project. That'll be closed off of Columbia Road, not far from the FAC Academy. As we give you a live look there at the Calhoun Expressway, we're going to send things over to First Alert meteorologist Tim Strong, who's tracking some rain out there.
Yeah, this area is going to get wet here any time now, coming across parts of McCormick County, Lincoln County, up there towards the dam, Abbeville, South Carolina, and the upstate of South Carolina. These are areas that need the rainfall, but that's going to continue to track on toward the east. Also, Hancock, Tolliver, and Wilkes County. Seeing maybe a few flashes of lightning out there in the sky and some rumbles of thunder. That's going to be moving through first thing in the morning. It will be real really the only day of rain that we find for the entire outlook this week. We're going to get warm and dry. Most of our temperatures seasonal to above average all the way through the end of the week. So we're talking 70s and 80s coming our way. We have cloudy skies coming in, and as we speak, a look at the overpass, Grovetown exit 190. We've been at 50 degrees several hours. There hadn't been hardly a change at all between 49 and 50 in Augusta, Aiken 55. Still near the 60 mark or a little bit less, 58, 60. Northern counties up there around Washington to Saluda County here. So not an all-day rain chance, most of it coming in before lunchtime. Maybe a few rumbles of thunder, but might even get a little break in the clouds late in the day. A little breezy, winds pick up 15 to 20, maybe some higher gusts in the afternoon there, but lower 70s, so not too far off the average. Look at Tuesday and Wednesday. Now we're talking about warming up above average, a couple of upper 70s on the way. And the rest of the week, we'll say upper 70s sunshine, maybe a little touch cooler on Thursday. Morning lows at times might require a jacket with low 40s. And then 80 possibly by Friday, and 80s are in there for the weekend. There's that next chance for rain. It'll be a little while before we see it come back after the first half of today. By Sunday, a few showers and 84. Have a great day.